So now let's go back in time just a little bit and look at some of the historical things we did in class, because we're going to be applying this to our program we're going to be building together. So do you all remember the security lecture from a few weeks ago where we talked about the transposition cipher, right? In this particular case, we said, okay, so if we have a transposition of +2, right, what is the A equal to? A C, right? Because it went 2 to the right, +2, right? So A plus 2 would be A to B to C. In this case, when we did a +2, we could encrypt this word HB to CIGF, DGGH, right? So pretty simple structure, right? In terms of actually saying, how do we encode and decode this particular message? But remember, I said, this is not that secure since it's 25 possible keys. But the thing about it is, it's not that secure, but it still takes time for people to, by hand, recalculate everything. If you want to say, okay, this was a +2 for everything, it's pretty fast. But if I said, well, it was plus like 18, it would take you a while to do that for every single letter, right? Unless you drew it out and then remapped it that way. So it does take a bit of work by hand, a little bit of elbow grease, but it's not that hard. It just takes time. So what I wanted us to look at was, how can we look at this and actually do it faster with basically a very small program we can write with the knowledge that we gain from this. So we know how a transposition cipher or a Caesar cipher works. By looking at this, we know how it works in the back of our mind, right? So that's how we think computationally. We can say, okay, I know what +2 is, +4, or whatever it is. And I say, well, I want to turn this into this, HB into this. I say, okay, +2 on each letter. So I take it, I take a letter +2, take a letter +2, and I do it for every single letter. Okay. But now let's take a look at the idea of computational thinking. So we know how a Caesar cipher works, but the question is, does the computer understand the way we see a Caesar cipher?